Hey everybody, welcome to Garage Talk. As always, I'm Conrad. Let's go.
I'm Ted. It's time to rock and roll.
Today we have highlight reel making videographer
Aiden Fortney.
How we doing, man?
I'm doing excellent, man.
Good.
We got a young up-and-comer on here.
Yeah, man. Give everybody your background, brother.
Well, I was obviously born and raised here in Gas City. Went to Missinawalt High School, obviously. Graduated in the class of 2022. And it was kind of senior year during basketball season where I started making videos. I was in Tribe TV, so I always wanted to make something for road games with the home games as well. And that's when I started grabbing a camera, recording the games, and making highlight reels, and it's kind of just like really taken off ever since.
It just blossomed from, it sounds like a hobby.
Yeah, it originally started as something that I could like do on the side. I went through high school, and then at high school I realized, oh no, I'm actually not bad at this. I guess I could do it while I'm at Ball State and like work on my editing skills, work on my video skills. Not to mention my brother plays for both the football and baseball team, and I was like, yeah, why not keep it up, be a good side mission. But now it's almost turning into a possible career for me.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, when we see them on social media, I'm always like, really, wow. I'm wowed, dude.
Too.
I'm like, I'm not even on your editing level. You're probably more adapt to be quick with it. Yeah. I have to watch hours of YouTube video, man. What do you do?
Well, that is how I kind of got started. Though I started editing in 8th grade with our old Tribe TV teacher, Brooks Holloway.
Yeah.
He had like some class in middle school, and he was the first one to introduce me to Premiere Pro, and that's when I started. I started off light, just like getting to know the basics, and then I kind of just kept going and like trying to, I guess, make the net better, make my stuff better. And it was YouTube that really taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I had Holloway, and I had our current Tribe TV teacher, Derek Gowan, as well. But yeah, it was really just years and years of just learning on YouTube and just tinkering with it myself. And I'm still learning every day. I'm still figuring stuff out right now. I'm not a professional like some.
Yeah.
But so what kind of classes are you taking at Ball State?
The media, I'm majoring in media production.
Okay.
So, well, media classes. For the first 2 years, though, it kind of been hit with like the required classes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been kind of everything, just like with marketing, production and sports and news and stuff like that.
So is there a chance that you could maybe work over there at Ball State doing some of their athletic events?
Yeah. I kind of I was in the club called Cardinal Sports Live. It's like a sports talk show. I did a volleyball game, went and recorded a volleyball game for them, got some clips. So, still like testing the waters a little bit, but definitely getting used to it now.
Well, and then Ball State's big in the media department.
They got the Letterman building over there.
Huge.
That thing, I took a tour of it, man. It is really, really cool. It's high tech. So how, like, with the technology always moving, are you just strictly Adobe? I
primarily use Adobe. That seems to be what sticks around, what everyone else uses, and what I'm most comfortable with. I know there's other platforms like Sony Vegas.
Yeah.
But for me, I edit on Premiere Pro. I use Photoshop. Starting to learn a little bit of After Effects. Like I said, I'm still learning every day. But yeah, Adobe seems to be the main standing like video editing platform.
Yeah. Yeah. So what sports are you like? I really love football or basketball. Do you do baseball, right?
Yeah, I do. I try to do everything, but football is my thing. Like,
Yeah.
I just love football so much. That's probably because like outside of being PAAF Productions,
Yeah.
it's like football is my thing. I watch it NFL, college, no matter what. I do enjoy I do like basketball too, but definitely football.
Well, I'll tell you right now, your action shots for football are amazing.
Yes, they
amazing. Like all that has to do with like being in the right place, right time, right?
Yes, it does. It was definitely like, if you look back on my old videos, like the first ever football video I made was us at Marion, 2021. No, wait, I'm wrong. 2023 class. I don't know why I got that from.
Hey, it happens, man.
Yeah, you can notice that I'm like smushed between the players. I'm like in the middle of the field, and I'm like trying to hold the camera above my head because the players are around me, and it's like, and as you notice going along, I'm like in clear space. Because in football, players aren't allowed past the 35-yard line. So like I primarily record there. It's also the fact that I kind of know what's coming, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I'm studying film with Beans. Like I got his hustle.
Wow.
So
Cool.
You got a little insight.
yeah, a little bit. So it's just like, okay, I think I got a clear understanding what we're going to do here in this third and short, or
Yeah.
like it's second and long. I think I know what they're going to throw here. And half the time I'll listen to Baresh's play call, and then be
So
like,
you
oh,
picked
yeah,
it
that's
up.
what- yeah, exactly.
So you've kind of learned through osmosis of being there.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's super cool because
I may know more plays than the JV guy.
hey, you never know. This media thing might turn into something else. Bill Belichick might call you in to. I'm not saying anything about.
Or University of Michigan.
Yeah, Teddy had to throw that in. Ohio State guy.
That's right. That's
But
right.
I mean, you can tell you have an amazing instinct for being in those positions. Like, have you ever just like, I'm focusing in on this dude because he's about to make a play and I've got to get it.
Yeah, a little bit, especially if they like specifically want me to record them for a highlight. Like for Jackson, I
Yeah.
made videos for him for college and stuff. So like during blowouts, I kind of just like
Yeah.
focus on him, like the Blackford and Elwood.
Have you started a business with this yet? Or is this something that's in the back of your mind?
It has kind of turned into a business. I've had a lot of guys, especially this past basketball season,
Okay.
hit me up. Like for football, I'm not sure if y'all saw it, but I did a Peru and McConaughey game. Peru paid me to be there. I made an edit for a Peru basketball player that hit 1,000 points. I
Wow.
made an edit for a McConaughey wide receiver, a Southwood JV basketball player. And now I'm doing stuff for Eastern basketball player, which I'm actually going to his game tonight. Colton Lindsay. He's pretty good. Averages 20 a game, somewhere around there.
Man.
Yeah. And yeah, he wants me to make him like college stuff. So it's not really like, it's not the stuff you see on Instagram. It's less flashy, but more
Right.
like what he's doing, more passing, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So have you had anybody from the travel leagues reach out to you, like AAU? Because I know that some of those things are evolving so much now that I've heard about kids strictly playing travel because the scouts are likely to go to them because they're going to see 12 good players instead of go to the one high school and see one or two.
I've had a few guys talk to me about, travel ball, especially for this summer. I haven't really done much travel ball yet. The only travel ball I kind of did with Beans, with baseball.
Yeah.
He's not going to do travel ball this summer, so my schedule's open for anyone listening. My schedule's open.
Hey, I'm telling you.
It could blow up, Mr. Fortney. You might have to clear your schedule this summer and do some traveling, put some miles on that vehicle of yours.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, go to those Nike blue chips or them 5-star camps, and man,
you know what? I was watching a Kokomo game. I think it was last year, and I was watching Flory, of course, and me and Dee are watching, and she goes, "Hey, those two kids down there, I think they're Mrs. Sinawal kids."
Yeah.
I listen, man. I'm pushing 50. I'm closer to 50 now than I am 40. I had to walk up there, squint my eyes because I couldn't find my readers. Squint my eye. I was like, "That's the Fortney boys." You guys were down the baseline.
Yep.
Like, was that just you scouting? Because I don't think I seen a camera in here.
No, there was a camera. This was at Logan Sport.
Yeah.
This was a regional.
Yeah.
I had my camera there recording some shots. Unfortunately, it kind of became an unreleased video.
Yeah.
So I kind of got busy on other stuff and kind of became an afterthought. It might get uploaded still at some point, but yeah, I was down there. Beans was just down there because he uses me as an excuse to get into places for free.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got media credentials?
Yeah, I just
Listen
say
to this guy.
Yeah, I just say I'm media, and I tell him to hold my camera back so he looks like he's media, so he gets it for free too.
So you make him look like this is your assistant?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
tell him to go get you a soda or anything?
I don't drink soda.
Me neither.
good job.
I mean, every once in a while I'll have one, but dude, heck, even go get your water. But man, that in itself, like, have you thought about sending, hey, look what I can do? Like, Flory, I've done this for a while now. I'm young. I'm on the edge of technology. Like, dude, you want to hire me? Mm-hmm. I'm the guy. Have you thought about doing that? Reaching out to anybody?
I have, and it's kind of like, so that's why I am big on growing my social media and my YouTube as well. Is to, I'm not reaching out to guys, but I like to my edits do the talking, my numbers do the talking per se.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm growing. My edits are getting better and better and better. Trust me, if you look at my first few Instagram posts, they're rough. They are rough, especially compared to what I can do now. But
Well, it's going to take the right person to see what you do, and then something's going to happen.
Word of mouth is
gotta-
some of your best advertising. So, dude, what social media platform is your favorite? We kind of touched on it, before the show.
it's definitely Instagram. Instagram is way easier than TikTok for me. Obviously, I use music for my Instagram, and the first time I got a TikTok, I'm not really on TikTok. I know it's really weird for someone my age to just be I'm not really on TikTok. But when I first tried TikTok, every single one of my videos got muted or taken down, and because of the music. But on Instagram, you're allowed to post that stuff, and it's frustrating. But
I find it hard to keep up with. There's so many. Our Twitter account gets ignored a lot. I can't. We have Facebook, Instagram. What I really like is when I post something to Facebook, it automatically goes to Instagram. TikTok is hit and miss because sometimes, like I said, I'll post something, it'll kick me off for music. But to me, I feel you on that. Instagram is like the easiest route.
Yeah.
Have you had like issues with Twitter or it's X now?
Yeah, I got a Twitter. I just really don't use it. I don't post on there really. I think I like posted Nolan edit at one point on there, but other than that, I don't really use it. I just kind of keep track on like news per se. Like that's how I found out like the all CIC teams and all conference teams, stuff like that. I don't really post on there. I do have Facebook. I kind of joke that like, yeah, Instagram's for the kids, but Facebook's for the parents. So
I know we've heard that before. We've heard that before. But it was a lot more. It was a lot more harsh. I was told that Facebook is for old people.
I want to go that far.
You're such a polite man. Yeah. So, are you planning on like hitting all the sectionals, or what's on your radar? What games are coming up that you're like?
Definitely like Missinwa's sectional for basketball. Like I'm cool with pretty much almost everyone from our sectional. That's a huge thing about doing this too. You got to network. You got to like be friends with everyone. It seems like, and you do meet a lot of cool people along the way. And yeah, like Peru knows me, McConaughey knows me, obviously Missinwa, Oak Hill knows me. So like, yeah, normally for regionals, we just have to see what happens. Like there's a few teams I would go to their regional specifically. Like if it was a CIC school other than Frankton, we don't talk about Frankton, or like possibly like McConaughey or Peru, I'll go to like their regional if they make it that far.
Frankton, I do want to talk about Frankton because I know it's probably because I'm a Mississinawa guy, but I always feel like Frankton goes a little extra when we come to their place.
I've had some beef with Frankton.
Anything
I got
you
a
want to share?
list. I got a list.
You got a list?
So 2023, we were at their place for football.
Okay.
I was in front of the student section. They were talking trash the entire way. Lo and behold, football team did what they do best, just drove down the field and scored a touchdown. And I just flipped the camera over to them, and they were not happy about that. What else? In baseball, when they were laughing at us in warm-ups because we were committing a lot of errors, and then we end up killing them. One of their guys hit a grounder. Mason picks up the ball at first, and then Mason just waits till he gets close to the bag and then just taps the first base, and the guy kind of like shoulder checks him.
Yeah.
So I got that on video, and I posted on my Instagram story with him tagged in it, "You mad, bro?" And I had like 3 other Frankton kids like coming at me. He thought it was funny though. It was just 3 other guys that just was not having it.
Why is it always someone else gets offended for that other person?
I don't know, man.
It's true though, right?
Yeah. I was also at a track meet, and I had a Frankton kid walk past me and say, "F you, bro." And I like turned around and was like, "What did I do?" Like, you know what you did. I legitimately don't know. I don't know what I did.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot too. You know what you did.
I actually don't. What did I do?
Sometimes I do know what I did.
Yeah. And then I posted some memes. I posted memes for like the football team, and their bar stool went at me. I'm pretty sure it was Bubba Nunley because I posted a meme about Bubba Nunley, and I'm a jerk. I tagged them because why not?
Yeah.
And I looked back and his tag was removed, and then their bar still started talking trash to me. So
they did.
Yeah,
like they've got nothing better to do than
they were the only school that said something to me. Everyone else, no matter who it was, like I made fun of everyone else that we beat, like Norwell, Marion, Eastbrook, everyone thought it was funny. Everyone thought it was cool, except Frankton. And, of course, it was Frankton.
Again, Frankton goes extra whenever. What is their beef with us?
They're just whiny.
Oh.
I got a theory. I think they're all salty that they were good in middle school and aren't good in high school anymore.
Ouch.
See, now I'll tell you another tough place to play in the CIC is Alexandria.
Always.
That's a tough place to play.
It is tough. I don't like Alexandria personally because like their field's just really bad to record on. Like their basketball court's terrible to record on. For me, like just being a cameraman.
Right.
Yeah. Alexandria's up there. I haven't been to their. No, I was at their court. Never mind. I wasn't at the boys' basketball game. I was at the girls' basketball.
Okay.
game. That one was rough though.
Yeah, and it's. But I mean,
What gyms have you been to that you were like, man, this is so cool? Because Indiana has
They have
some really standout gyms.
McConaughey's gym's tough. I really like McConaughey gyms. And I know we just talked trash about this team, but I really like Frankton's.
Yeah.
I do really like Frankton's
Yeah.
gym. I don't know what it is about it. I know it's small, but it's like,
neat.
yeah, there's something about it that just like, yeah, this is great. I love this.
it's got a little bit of the old school feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, I like our gym too. I'd say that's another good one. Kokomo's gym's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a neat one.
Yeah.
I like Newcastle. Have you been to Newcastle?
I've been to Newcastle's personally. I haven't recorded at Newcastle, but yeah, I've been to Newcastle's. Their gym's nice. I like it. Yeah, football fields too. Like Columbia City's football field's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, that was probably my favorite place I recorded all football season.
I'll tell you right now, if you go to Kokomo's softball field,
Softball? Okay.
their softball field you're like, it looks like a minor league. I mean, it's extravagant. And I think it's because they also, IUPUI, I think they have a softball team that plays there as well.
Oh, okay.
But everything, a lot of the stuff done, like the railing, the high school did all the welding for the railing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I almost copped a tour of it when, because, they were showcasing it when Mrs. Sinowal came there a couple years ago when it was first open. Their scoreboard. Wow. All just a huge LED scoreboard, like begging to get a ball smacked off.
Do they play at Kokomo this year?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule, but
I
if
know
they
they
do, I'm gonna go again.
Yeah. You sold me on that.
Dude,
I'd
I'm telling you,
definitely like
it is cool.
Their
And
facility in general is nice. Like I was at their football field when we played them in sectionals, like Hayden's senior year. I commentated that game and I liked it. Their field was nice. Like they're a really nice field.
yeah, Kokomo is it's a big city.
Yeah,
So-
big school too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend how big the school is because it's like they're in our football sectional.
Right,
Like, and
right.
It's like
How?
they're like 3 times our size. I don't understand
Like,
it either.
How? I couldn't imagine growing up in a school that has 4,000 plus students
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, like being said that's what makes us beating them in football so much better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
That's true. That is true. That is true. So, with the sectionals coming up, I think the sectional draw
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Well,
yeah.
this will air on Friday, so it'll have passed.
It'll already have passed. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. Especially with our sectional. It's just like I can see almost everyone in the sectional winning the sectional. Like it's that close. I mean, I can sit here and think like Oak Hill might be the worst team in sectionals, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
They're still a decent squad.
They are. Yep. Mm-hmm. And yeah, with that superstar freshman they have.
Oh yeah, Tonigal.
And his younger brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah.
A couple of years. That's gonna be a squad.
Oh yeah.
I watched the Elwood game, or I actually got to color commentate it with Marky Severe and Levi Trexler. He showed out. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, that dude. He almost looks like he's gliding through the lane. Like it looks effortless. Like if I look like a bull in a china shop if I cut through the lane. I'm not cutting through the lane. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
His layup was real smooth, and I was like, this cat can play.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah. I mean, we've got some schools. I mean, Eastbrook played Miss Cinewall pretty tough.
I think Eastbrook's not as bad as people say they are.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think they're really that bad.
No, they're teetering.
A lot of people say they're bad. They're really not that bad.
No, there's something missing.
Yeah.
Personnel-wise, like, you know.
They don't have any height.
That's
No height
that's
at all.
it.
And they got pieces. They got freshmen starting in their lineup. They got sophomores. Like they're only losing Cooper next year, so they're going to be a decent squad. I wouldn't say like conference. Well, who knows? We only won 6 games last year, and we just won conference.
Right,
so like who knows?
Well, did Alexandria end up beating Franklin last night?
Yes, they did.
So it's a tie for the
tie for conference.
Right? Yeah, so that was kind of an upset last night. Alexandria beating Frankton.
I texted Brady Gast. He's their quarterback, but he also plays basketball. Mm-hmm. And I saw him and I was like, yeah, give him hell. Like, come on and beat him. And he texted back, we'll try.
We'll try.
We'll try.
But,
I just texted him, like, let's go. And
let's
he's
go
just
get
as
him
excited as me. Yeah.
But that's pretty neat, because, you've had some videos of where you're asking questions to some of our athletes at the school.
Yeah.
And that's pretty neat. And you can see those guys are really thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Preston said, Gannon, I need help.
Yeah. I do like those videos. I really do. Yeah.
What's that game show where you win $1 million and you get like different answers?
You got to call for help, or
you can phone a friend.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Who wants to be a $10 heir with Aiden Fortney?
Name all 10, I'll give you 10 whole dollars.
Yeah. You get one phone a friend, one ask the crowd, and what's the third one?
50-50.
A 50-50, yeah. That's right. Hey, man, I would watch that. For this $5 McDonald's card.
$5 McDonald's card that I already used on my way here.
So there's like $2.75 on it.
I used this to get this orange juice, so I got $2.75 on it.
That's all you can get anymore.
Oh man, that's too funny. I like that idea.
I do too.
I would watch that. Like if you did a weekly. I've got some used. I think I got a Dairy Queen card with like a couple bucks on it. I'll throw in.
It's yours. You can name the scoring leaders.
You call the 1-800 number to see how much is on this card before you go ham at Dairy Queen.
Hey, now I am wondering something though. Is like whatever sport you might have been filming, how many times have you caught where the officials were wrong?
Where the officials were wrong?
Yeah.
Oak Hill football.
Okay. Where they spotted the ball?
What?
Where they spotted the ball?
Well, one, they shouldn't have even played that final snap. That final snap where Levi went in, because the rules are like you're not allowed to spike the ball after a certain amount of time.
Right.
I can't remember what it is now, but obviously at the time I knew what it is.
You know the rules?
I think it's 3 seconds. No, it's not 3 seconds. It's like 1.5 maybe, somewhere around there. It was really close, but it was something like they weren't supposed to, because Baresh was yelling that on the sideline.
Right.
I didn't know the rules.
Okay,
Baresh
all
was
right,
yelling
all right.
it.
Yeah.
I know football rules, but I don't know that.
You don't
I
know
about
that in
one.
depth?
Yeah, but yeah, there was also the whole they drove down the field. The one time they scored their touchdown, they're like called 2 pass interference calls on us. Both were not right, and I remember there was one where it was Levi threw it to like Ty Fagan or Will Warnock. I don't remember who it was, but they like landed on Ian, and he got up and kept running. They didn't blow the whistle. On my view, though, you can literally see like the knee touched down, like very obviously.
Yep.
I kind of hate that clip because I didn't get the rest of it, because I saw the knee go down and I stopped recording, and then I just saw and the audio is perfect because like I pause and you can hear me go, "What the?" And then it just cuts out.
And that was a subject that me and Ted have talked about. Like, I don't know how high schools would do it, because a lot of high schools
don't
stream how they would even have any kind of replay, if it would ever be something that would ever be thought of, or even thought of like, hey, we're going to implement this because we want to get the call right. I feel like it would be totally impossible to do for high school.
I think it would be impossible, personally. I mean, I would like to see it, but I know my brother mentioned it when he was on here after the Oak Hill game. I feel like it'd take away from the game. Like,
Yeah, I do too. And you know,
I'm also
how
one
many
of-
schools are not going to be able to afford that?
yeah, exactly.
That's-
I'm also one of those guys, or like, especially in the NFL, like, oh, did he get 1 or 2 feet in? I'm like, he got the ball. He's in bounds. Like, it's close enough. You get to it.
Close
Like,
enough.
It's close enough.
It's
I sometimes feel like replays just, take too long or take away just a little bit.
the human error of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I mean,
Do you?
Trust me though. There is a few times where I saw a play, replayed it on my camera, and I just so badly wanted to just show it to the ref. That's how you get kicked out of games.
Yeah.
Though. Oh yeah, I get thrown out immediately.
How many games have you gotten thrown out
I
of?
have not been thrown out.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube. Though.
he doesn't cross the line.
I don't cross the line.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
no.
get the toe on the line?
Yeah, I get the tone.
Do you
there's
not
some-
go near the line? Because if I had that,
I guess I toe the line mainly because of my positioning.
Right.
Like in some places, they won't allow you to sit in the lane. So I'll sit in the lane because
I'll tell you right now, and this is just me, if I caught a missed call on a camera, that little Conrad on my shoulder would be like, hey, you got to.
yeah,
I shouldn't.
a lot. Yeah, that has came across my mind like so many times with baseball, football, and it is kind of my life goal to get thrown out of one high school game in my life. Like before I eventually die, I want to like get thrown out of one game because I wouldn't show the ref my camera.
Okay. I'm sure you know some officials. We'll see if we can make that happen. We know a couple. But no, I don't. I'd hate for you to get thrown out, people. But yeah, man.
I'm not like my mom.
Ouch. Shots fired. I've came close. I've been told, that.
Hey, cool it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told, hey, cool it. And I really thought to myself, what's the worst? It's not like, words are words. I wasn't being derogatory, or I was I was pointing out, hey, you're missing calls.
Yeah.
They're basically arm barring our people, and you're not calling a reach in. They're clotheslining these guys.
Yeah.
You're not calling a reach in.
Yeah. I don't know. I keep a calm head
Do you?
in sports. It's kind of like more inside. Like I just build it up inside. And then after the game, I'm like going ham on beans for like no reason. Like they missed this, that. Like I'm mad. I can probably count like 2 times maybe when I yelled, possibly. I remember I yelled during the Oak Hill game, and I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong.
You're completely wrong.
Yeah, it was like on the finals drive, they threw the ball, caught it, was down, and I started yelling, "Why they stopped the clock?" And I looked up, they got a first down. So I was just completely wrong.
Got to move the chains.
Yep, that's
Gotta
my
keep
bad.
those chains moving. What about travel and basketball now? Because I'll tell you, like I said, that I watched that Oak Hill Elwood game. I don't even want to put a number on how many travel calls was called that game. And I know that everybody was listening, and I was watching, the Mississippi Eastbrook game on my phone as well. Every time they blew the whistle, there was more travel calls than foul calls. I know it to be true. Every time that whistle blew, it was a travel ball going the other way. And now I'm like, it's going to leak down. These kids are the step back. I think, is that a travel? I kind of feel like it is.
Yeah.
But, and I've heard officials say they're collecting themselves, and I'm like, that sounds like beating around the bush not to blow the whistle.
Yeah.
I know you catch some of this stuff on your videos.
Yeah, I've gotten a few like non-travel calls that got called a travel, or a few where they did in fact travel.
Again, I'd want to show them.
Yeah. Yeah. Basketball is hard to replay on my camera though, because
It's so fast-paced.
Yeah, it's fast paced. Like football is like they call a timeout. Okay, let's take a look at this play 2 plays ago. It's easy, but especially with baseball. Baseball too is probably the easiest, but basketball I'd say it's more difficult to replay at that moment.
Right.
Normally I don't like realize for basketball until I get home and actually like rewatch my footage.
How much time do you spend? Hours.
It's
Like,
kind
do you
of
get locked in.
Yeah, I kind of do. Like it takes me a little bit to get going because sometimes like, I don't want to watch this 3-hour game again, and then like I'm going and like there's no stopping me. There's been countless times where I would start like editing or going through footage at like 6, and I will not stop till like midnight or even 1 a.m.
Wow.
Like, oh shoot, I need to go to bed. I wouldn't say it's. I don't really know what the word of it is. It's not thankless, but like they don't see half of what I actually do.
Right.
Like they see the athletes and the parents. They see me go to the games, record, and then post a little bit later.
Yep.
There's a lot behind the scenes.
Aiden, man, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. There's been, like, I have severe ADHD. I need it to be completely quiet. I have to turn my ringer off, and I have to focus. We've had guests message, hey, I changed my mind. I would like for you to take this out. And I would have to go, like, I've already done the editing.
Go back.
And now I've got to sit down, and I'll have me 3 cups of coffee, and I'll turn, if a clock is ticking, I'll have to leave that room. I'll have to go in a room completely quiet so I can focus. And I've had to listen to an hour-and-a-half podcast before, 3 different times, before I could catch that little 10-second window of what they wanted to take out. And I'll tell you, there's nothing more frustrating. But like, I feel you, dude. Like, when you lock in, that's like all you want to do.
Yeah.
But
That's like, because that time he texted me before he went back through it, so I knew he was frustrated.
I was like, oh my.
So I just got done with it too.
Yeah, I've already scheduled it. Like, I was all patting myself on the back. Man, I'm ahead of schedule. What am I going to do with all this free time?
I feel that. I feel that, especially when I'm behind schedule on stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you feel like you perform better?
What, like
Under pressure?
Under pressure? Because I feel that way sometimes.
Yeah, I'd say so a little bit. Yeah,
You've got more focus.
yeah. You just
Really,
locked
the
in
concentration
more.
is.
Yeah,
But now, going back, you were talking about travel, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. But the Euro step, that's a hard one for those officials to catch, too. I mean, and so many kids are doing that now. And you're talking about all these travel calls you had last night. You remember going to junior high girls basketball games? What's called the most in those games?
I would say
Jump ball.
they're real quick. You know what? They're
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 quick
so
on 'em.
quick to blow the whistle on a jump ball nowadays.
Yep.
And I'm guessing, because I don't know, when we have an official on again, we'll ask them. I'm guessing it's for safety rules because,
Yeah,
you know, you yell grip and rip, and you see
Yep.
those guys start swinging elbows.
yeah. I got hurt in middle school going for a jump ball. It was just some like pickup basketball game. And I legitimately hurt my arm, like actually going because I had the ball and it ripped, and my elbow was like still in there and kind of like bent forward just a tad. I got a little bit
Hyperextended?
Yeah, it kind of scared me. I remember that. Luckily, it didn't break anything.
What does Aiden do to unwind from all this behind the camera, in front of the computer screen, editing? What do you do to like recharge?
I go to the Y. I work out.
Dude,
good.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I didn't work out like really until late in high school. I didn't start till like junior year of high school, and like slowly built up like really well. And yeah, I just love going to the gym. It just takes my mind off things, unwind, and it's I posted not too long ago like a progress picture of like me freshman year, fat, chubby. It didn't look good, and compared to now, it feels great. It really does. It's what I like doing most.
It really gets your endorphins going, right?
Yeah. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm great. Yeah. I do like I do like playing sports. I do like basketball or football whenever I get the chance. I did intramural football at Ball State.
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone thinks Beans is the one and only athlete.
Oh, really?
They don't see me.
You post him up when you play pickup games?
Yeah, because that's all I can do.
You can't shoot?
From mid, I guess.
Okay.
From mid.
All right.
Not really. My 3-point percentage probably is not good. Like
Not good.
My all-time life, yeah, probably not good.
Who is a social media, I hate using the term influencer, who's the person that you like to watch that does videos?
When I started out NA Films, he's based in Indianapolis. He did Center Grove football, and that was like the first guy that I watched, and it was really him. It was really Beans. Beans actually showed me his stuff, and I was like, wow, I could do that. And then I started doing it, and like, yeah, got good at it, and I really enjoy watching his stuff. And I actually met him at Ball State. He goes to Ball State too. Really? So yeah, they say don't meet your heroes. Well, mine was pretty cool. He's a cool guy. He's chill.
Did you show him what you could do?
I did. Yeah, he liked it. This was when I was like still starting out a little bit though, but he was like, "Yeah, there's some potential here, pretty good. Probably fix that." So yeah, he was really cool about it. I really enjoyed listening to him. I've texted him a few times on like camera stuff like that. He was the one that actually suggested me the current camera I use. I use a Sony A7 III. He was the one that told me to get that camera.
How much is that? Because I looked at some Sonys when I was trying to decide.
2300.
Yeah, yeah. The one that I really wanted. I messaged you. I reached out to you.
Yes.
And I was like get some things, bounced off of you, and for the price, I had to go with GoPros because it was still a little cheaper. At the time, I lucked out and I found some on sale, and I really wanted the Sonys, but I was like, I am not advanced enough right now
Yeah.
to really commit to $3,000 for one camera.
For one camera. Yeah.
For one camera.
GoPros aren't bad, but I feel you. I mean, I started out with a small camcorder from Tribe TV. A lot of people think that you need this really big, expensive camera. You really don't. It's like start out with anything you got. Anything you got. You'll be fine. As long as it can record and look decent.
Yep.
Probably focus on the look a little bit. But as long as it can record and you're smooth with it, you'll do fine. You'll do fine.
My thing is understanding, like, it took me at least 16 to 20 hours on YouTube learning how to edit on this certain DaVinci Resolve editing software, and then trying to understand frames per second, shutter speed, the lighting. Like we were having an issue with one of the cameras before you came, and I was hurt. I was like, man, I'm freaking out. So I just started Googling, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm such an idiot. I might as well, because one camera was good, the other camera wasn't. And I'm Googling, and I was like, screw this. I'm just going to copy what I did on this camera to the other camera. And turned out, I don't want to say A-okay. It turned out better. The white.
The white balance?
Yeah, was, I mean, it looked like Ted had his hat off. He had a nice shine on that freshly shaved head. I was like, holy Moses.
Kind of look like Casper. The ghost, for those of you who don't know.
I bet there's a lot that don't know.
There probably is. I know Casper, but that's because of Dad.
Yeah.
Dad knew Casper. So
I'll tell you what. I know your dad. He's an old school guy.
Yeah, big time.
I bet you he still listens to 90s rap. Does he?
He 100% does.
He 100% does?
100% does.
Dude, because Dee's, like, I don't want to say, she's way younger than me. She's kind of kept my finger on the pulse of hip-hop music, but if I'm out in the garage, it's classic rock, and then, like, you'll hear Tom Petty, American Girl, and then you'll hear 2 seconds later, Lord knows, Tupac.
Yeah, that's kind of my playlist too. I get a lot of random stuff. Like I'll go from Ice Cube to like Tyler Childress to like Katy Perry, like NBA YoungBoy. Like my playlist makes no sense either.
Mine neither. So I'll be flipping a burger and I'll be listening to Johnny Cash, and then the next moment it's 2 Live Crew out of nowhere.
Got Aerosmith somewhere in there too. Yeah.
Oh man, Aerosmith's greatest hits, always some mixture. What's your favorite Aerosmith jam to?
Sweet Emotion, probably. I mean, I like Walk This Way mainly because Walk This Way is like my best video that I've ever made, that Eastbrook video.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't by them, they were featured in it.
Right.
But yeah, Walk This Way is probably one of my favorites, but it's definitely Sweet Emotion.
I like Crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy's pretty good. I've thought about using Crazy in an edit before. I got a list of songs, so.
Sometimes too.
Really?
Do you like music? Do you watch music videos?
I'm not really a music video kind of guy.
Dude.
I guess that's just like how it is now. Like,
Yeah.
not everything. Like, I know back in the day, like, every song had a music video.
Yeah.
Every single one. Now it's like, some artists, like, maybe a one music video, an album now, if that.
I think it's a lost art because some of them,
Some are cool. I will
Some
admit
are
that some
real
are
cool.
really cool.
they direct them like movies. Like
Yeah.
some of your stuff, I could be like, man, your song choice with that
Yep.
highlight reel goes so well together. And some people have do really good jobs with, coordinating their music video with the content. And I'm telling you right now, everybody, if you get a chance, download Pluto TV and start watching your Vivo music videos. I'm telling you right now, dude, awesome. We really appreciate you taking the time. Today was kind of snowy. It's
yeah.
Indiana, dude.
I don't like cold. I don't like cold.
Me either.
I do want to know, though, like I said, the sectional draw's coming up tomorrow. Who do you think's going to be the favorite in our sectional?
Belmont's good. Belmont's really good. I like McConaughey, though, personally.
Yeah.
I think McConaughey's the favorite. They got a really good player, Josiah Ball. Like, he's the real deal. AJ Kelly, Kyle Fuddy, really good as well. They got bench players that can play, like, really good. Like, Meech Ellis, like, he's good. He's good, and he doesn't even play half the time. Like, they got a good squad over there in Bunker Hill. And I could just be saying that because I haven't watched as many Belmont games as I have McConaughey games, but I think McConaughey's the team.
Now, didn't they get up to number 2 at one point this year?
Bell-
Did they rank that high? McConaughey?
McConaughey got up there. I don't think they were number 2,
Okay.
though. Yeah.
But that's, then of course, you've got to be looking forward to baseball season.
Oh, I'm so excited
Your
for
brothers
baseball
last year.
season. Oh, yeah. They're going to do some damage.
They should have a good team this year.
Yeah,
I think the girls softball team will be a good team, too.
I'm excited for softball.
You're going to have to bounce back and forth when there's a game going on at each field.
Yeah, I definitely want to do more softball this year. So, yeah, definitely will bounce back and forth. I think last year I didn't do as much softball because I was also focusing on track. I'm not doing any more track. I'm sorry, guys. Track's just really boring. That was probably my least favorite sport to do.
How do you bounce between events and track? Because don't they have like some
Field events are going on while you're running. That's
like how do you be two places at once?
I kind of just like, sorry, next event. Like one event I'll do focus on field and then whatever happens after field.
Yeah.
And then the next event, I'll just say, sorry, field, I got to do what is going on while you guys are competing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I believe baseball and softball will be really exciting for Mrs. Cinewall this year. Mm-hmm. You can't count out Madison Grant ever.
No, never. No. Matt, you're talking softball? Softball.
Softball.
Mm-hmm.
They are always really tough.
Oh, yeah. They're always good. Always.
Frankton.
Yeah. Do they still have that one really good girl? I can't remember her name. Or did she leave? Or
I can't remember if she graduated or not. But we went in there and again, I don't know what it is with Mrs. Cinewall and Frankton. We walk in there, it's like they're a different team. Same with, Eastbrook.
There's something about that field, about their facilities that just like take it out of us. I don't know what it is either.
I can't remember when. I'm wanting to say it was Savannah's sophomore year. We in softball, we were up like 11 to 1, and we lost it. 12-11 back then.
Yeah. Eastbrook's rough. I don't like going to Eastbrook. I mean, their facilities are nice. I like their court. Their football field's great. But, like, even if you take a look historically, like, we just beat Eastbrook on their turf for, like, the first time since, like, 71 or something ridiculous like that. And
how's that even happen?
You want to know how it happens? Their head coach on the sideline has his name on the building.
Okay, yeah.
I don't need to say any more than that.
He is a quality coach.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
One of the best in the state, hands down.
Yeah.
But
we've got one
we've
too.
got a good one too.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a good one too, and I think
I'm excited for next year's football season. See how.
I think people are counting us out again. Like, I feel like last year they were counting us out. I was going around saying, like, hey, yo, Miss St. going to be tough. We might go undefeated. And everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone in the conference thought I was crazy.
Well, we just got to get to the point where we're like Eastbrook football. You don't rebuild. You reload.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, like, everyone thinks we're like, oh, they're losing a lot. If you really look at the roster and like really dig down, we're still a competent football team that can really do some damage. But
who's going to be under center?
Who's going to be under center?
Who do you think?
It's probably going to be Kellen. I like Kellen. Kellen, I think Kellen could be pretty good. I wouldn't say he's Nolan, at least not yet. He could be better than Nolan, but I think Kellen has a better arm. That was always kind of like the one weak point with Nolan. Nolan had great accuracy, but had a fairly weak arm. I love Nolan, so hopefully it doesn't take too much offense to that. But Kellen's got a better arm. I'd argue that Kellen's a better runner than Nolan too.
Really?
Yeah. So
Nolan could scramble outside.
Nolan can run, but Kellen can run too. They're both good.
Well, that's exciting. I'm
putting a lot of pressure on Kellen right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I was really happy with Gavin Blake going Conrad this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I like the confidence. I do like that, but I don't know, because I felt this way about my Colts a couple times. Oh, this is gonna be a great year.
Yeah. As a Broncos fan, I feel that way too.
With Wilson.
Yeah. With Russell Wilson.
Were you excited?
I was
when he first
ecstatic. Like, I was in Tribe TV. I was with Derek Gowen, and you can ask him. I was over the moon because I remember, like, the report came out that we weren't getting Aaron Rodgers, and I was just so mad. I was like, oh, this sucks. I hate everything. And then, like, an hour later, we get Russell Wilson. I was just so happy.
There's a lot of controversy over there.
Yeah, and then, so, we signed Russell Wilson, and then by week 3, I was having a mental breakdown.
and then, Sean Payton.
I mean, I like Sean Payton. He's got the pedigree, obviously a Super Bowl champ. He revived Drew Brees' career, but it's weird. Like, I don't know what's happening with the team. And this is the first time, like, I have no idea. Like, I feel lost, honestly, when I think about, like, what is even happening with the team now.
Yeah.
Even though I, like, pay attention. Like,
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like half the players are, like, reported as going to leave, but then that half also, like, reported to stay. Like, I've heard 6 times this past season that Cortland Sutton was leaving. Like, I have no idea.
Man, I'm one of them where whatever. If they're paying me that kind of money, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. So what?
Yeah, I can't. I both understand and don't understand at the same time. It feels like so many players just get so greedy when they just make really dumb mistakes.
Yep.
Antonio Brown, you got a chance to make so much more money, and you just throw it all away.
True. That's
The AFC though is, you know,
The AFC is stacked, especially with Kansas City though.
I
I can't stand Kansas City. I now know how like Buffalo and Jets and Dolphins fans feel now.
Me and him had a conversation about this. Kansas City is Buffalo's Patriots. The way the Patriots were,
Colts.
The Patriots were with the Colts.
Yeah. It's Tom Brady and Peyton Manning all over. Pretty much. With Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
I feel like next year's script is going through Kansas City again.
Is it fixed?
Well, not through Kansas
fixed?
City. It's scripted. It's got to be some kind of sports. And
So we'll have the first ever three-time or back-to-back.
Yeah, 3-time. Back. Yeah.
Especially if Taylor Swift is they just can't shake it off, man. They just can't.
Overrated music.
I hope our Swiftie fans aren't listening.
I was
I'm kidding. I don't know if any of our fans listen to Taylor Swift.
I was praying that Kanye was going to show up on stage with Usher.
Oh no!
Hey, I like Kanye. He's wild.
Oh yeah,
He's
interesting.
Yeah.
I know he like had controversy, but like anytime I just see Kanye in the news, I just laugh about it because he's always just something with it.
Did you see his grill that he was wearing? That titanium. It doesn't. It's not even teeth. It just looks like that one James Bond villain, like from your era.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
I don't watch any James Bond.
What, man? James Bond was the jam. This dude had like a big metal jaw. So when he talks, he's got a severe lisp. It's like, no offense to anybody with a lisp, but this is over the top lisp, like, and it's comical. It's almost cartoonish, like.
I'll have to look that up when I
it's good. It's good. But yeah, the script in the NFL is it's gonna happen.
Probably, and I'm not excited for it.
I don't either.
We'll have to see though. I mean, Joe Burrow's coming back next year.
Yep.
The AFC's not a slouch.
No.
I just feel like the NFC is just lacking a little bit. Like I feel like at this point, I feel like the AFC can take down Mahomes, but I don't think the NFC can take down Mahomes. I don't think there's a single team on the NFC side that can beat him. Maybe Detroit.
I'm really curious to see what happens with Anthony Richardson in the Colts.
I like Anthony Richardson, and
too.
trust me, that pains me to say as a Volunteers fan. Yes, I'm a Denver Broncos and a Tennessee Volunteers fan. I make no sense. But I really liked Anthony Richardson coming out of the draft. I really liked his skill set, and I think the Colts really got a good one. I was kind of mad that
I wanted
Colts
Levis.
got him.
Yeah.
You wanted Levis?
I wanted Levis.
You wanted Levis?
We
wanted
went to
Levis.
Combine last year, and I
Yeah.
told Conrad, I said, we need to get Richardson. He's like, nope, I want Levis.
Oh.
I'm like, no, Richardson. No, Levis.
You don't want Will Levis.
I was a little bit shocked because, in the past Andrew Luck. I mean, he was an athlete. He could do it, but he was more a pocket passer.
Yeah.
And Peyton Manning was
A
only
most pocket passer
Yeah.
you could ever have.
yeah.
And not to mention, like, went with Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan right after Andrew Luck, too. So
Matt Ryan.
I don't know, did you guys see the report? Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. One of the Colts old receivers said that Andrew Luck was going to come back. So he came and they booed him at that. Whenever he came back for some ceremony.
He's not.
This was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Well, not now, no.
Yeah.
But
He's that.
I remember after retirement for like the next 2 years, Beans was just saying he's coming back. He's coming back. Like no, but
I wish.
he's not coming back.
I wish he's. I'm pretty certain his IQ was genius level.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was almost on the level of Manning. Like
Yeah, he
people
was-
don't realize Andrew Luck was Peyton Manning's perfect replacement. He was the perfect replacement
Yep.
to
And-
take over
They spoiled us with.
with Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck.
Yeah, and now that's our expectation. So
Super Bowl. Yeah.
yeah, it's Super Bowl or bust. And with Anthony Richardson, like I knew those first couple games, like this dude needs to learn how to slide.
Oh yeah, big time.
And then when he scored that touchdown, I seen his head bounce off that turf. I was like, there we go.
Yeah,
there it is.
He just needs to take care of himself a little bit more.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence told him that. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence is good too. Really, more I think about it, the AFC South is like stacked.
Yeah. That's
And I don't really think. Well, okay, no, I take that back. I almost said I really don't think Tennessee's that bad, but I forgot they fired Vrabel and yeah, the Tennessee's in a
why
rough
doesn't
place.
Vrabel have a job?
That should be coach one, like off the board. Like I personally really do believe Mike Vrabel's a top 10 head coach in the NFL.
Yeah, I think he was Dan Campbell before Dan Campbell.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yep.
he's actually a really, really, really good head coach. But yeah, Tennessee's in a rough place right now. But everyone else with Jacksonville with Lawrence, Colts with Richardson, and
Henry's up in the air, right?
oh yeah, Henry's
He might be going NFC.
He might be. I've been seeing some people talk about Baltimore, which that'd be a really good matchup. I don't think Baltimore's ever going to. I was always on the wagon that Lamar gets too much hate, but after that AFC Championship,
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm done with him now. Like,
Really? Because I put that on the coaching.
I
Like they didn't play Baltimore ball.
Yeah, I do kind of get that. They didn't run the ball nearly enough, but I feel like Lamar still had a lot to do. Lamar didn't play a good game. I'm not gonna lie, especially with that interception late into triple coverage.
Yeah.
like that's not coaching. That's just your quarterback being an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I just hope this guy catches it.
yeah,
Well, to me, I was like, they're forcing him in a position. He's not a. I think he's an RPO guy.
yeah, run pass hop. Yeah,
He's an RPO guy. Like, I feel like they put him on a. They put him on.
Baltimore just flat out beat themselves.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you that it was coaching. I feel like it was just everyone though, from Lamar to the coaching. Zay Flowers
Yeah.
just like taunting the player for no reason.
That shit.
Like,
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
and then he fumbled on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Like,
That's 2 strikes.
Yeah.
I texted Ted and I was like, "What are they doing? What are they playing right now? Why are they having Lamar drop back and pass? Why not?"
just start running. Not to mention Kansas City's not a good run defense team.
No.
Like, their defense was really good. They were like mid-pack in run defense. That's why Christian McCaffrey had a good game against them. That's why Buffalo with Allen and James Cooks had a good game with them.
And they should have stuck with it. They should have pushed
Yeah.
it harder.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball sometimes. Just,
They just,
but it wasn't in the script. So that script said, Lamar, today,
you're throwing the ball 40 times and you're blowing it.
yeah, you're choking. And then they had a meeting with San Fran, and San Fran did a good acting after the Super Bowl. They deserve an Oscar.
Yeah, that one's rough. I know a lot of people was on Kyle Shanahan for not taking the ball, taking the ball second. I thought it actually wasn't that bad.
Apparently, nobody knew the rules.
I did. I knew on my couch I knew the
The next day there was so many like little clips on all social media.
Yeah, like Kyle Juszczyk not knowing the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just, I don't know. In the script.
Yeah.
Again, Aiden,
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking the day and
Oh yeah, of course.
coming
of
in
course.
and hanging out with us. We're going to have you back and talk more football before the season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I would love to. I can
'Cause,
talk football all day.
Me too.
Well, and with everything you do a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody listening, if they haven't checked him out, check him out. Check some of his stuff out.
PAAF Productions, Instagram, YouTube.
Does a great job for a youngin'.
For this young man, I'm telling you right now, if you want a highlight reel,
PAAF Productions.
right there,
Yep.
that's where you go. And he will get it done. Ain't that right, Teddy?
Yes, he will.
All right.
Thanks again, Aiden. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
No problem.
We'll check everybody out later.
See ya.